Hello friends. Now we were discussing actually about logistic regression. Now we will see what are the different types of assumptions that we make in logistic regression. First one, the dependent variable is categorical. The dependent variables means that y-axis, it is having different categories. Dichotomous for binary logistic regression means two possibilities for binary logistic regression, and multi-labeling for multi-class classification, like cancer stage 1, cancer stage 2, cancer stage 3. It is multi-class classifications for which you could have multiple labels, but in case of binary you have only two classes, whether it is yes or no. Attributes and log odds, that is log of p divided by 1 minus p, should be linearly related to the independent variables. Then the attributes or the features are independent of each other. This is another assumption that we make. The features responsible for classification are used for classification are considered to be independent of each other, or we can say that low or no multicollinearity. In binary logistic regression, class of interest is coded as 1 and other class as 0, because in binary means two classes only, like cancer is present or cancer is absent, right? Or say a bag is empty or bag is full, like that. It is two possibilities. In multi-class classification using multinomial logistic regression or OVR scheme, class of interest is coded 1 and rest is coded as 0. This is done by the algorithm. In multi-class classification using multinomial logistic regression, okay, class of interest, whichever the class we want, that is coded as 1 and rest is coded as 0. So note that the assumptions of linear regression, such as homoscedasticity, normal distribution of error terms, a linear relationship between the dependent and independent variables, are not required here. So this is about the logistic regression. So we will have a summary of logistic regression. So logistic regression is probabilistic technique. Regression means finding out the relationship between x and y, where x is the independent variable, y is the dependent variable. Now here we will assess the probability of the dependent variable y. What is the probability of y is equal to 1? What is the probability of y is equal to 0? So in logistic regression we have binary logistic regression, then multinomial logistic regression. In binary logistic regression there are only two classes, that is class 0 and class 1, two classes. But in multinomial logistic regression there are different classes, class 1, class 2, class 3, class 4, like that. Okay, so these are two types of logistic regression techniques. Now we will have a quiz based on what we discussed. Which regression technique assumes that independent variables should be categorical, whether it is linear regression or polynomial regression, logistic regression or LDA? We just now discussed, right? It is the logistic regression. 1 divided by 1 minus e to the power minus z, it is what function? Whether it is sine function, threshold function, sigmoid function or ramp function. Of course we also discussed this in the previous class. It is the sigmoid function, right? For we use this for finding out the probability of y is equal to 1, right? We use the sigmoid function. Next one, if p of y is equal to 1, what is 1 minus p of x? Is it 0, 1, infinity, or cannot be determined? So p of y value is given as 1, and what is 1 minus p of x? What will be the answer? Right? So the answer will be cannot be determined, because we don't know what is p of x, only p of y is defined. So it is cannot be determined. That is the answer. Okay. So thank you. all for listening patiently. So this is about the logistic regression, right? And in next video lecture, we will see about the other neural network or the deep learning techniques. Thank you.